Hello, my name is Sangeetha. I am based in Sydney. I am an Australian actress, writer, director, and producer. You may not be able to tell just by looking at me right now. I actually have Alopecia Universalis. So nope, there is not a hair on my body, not a hair on my scalp, no eyebrows, no eyelashes, nil. It must sound pretty crazy that I am an actress, which is an industry that is very much based on your appearance. I have had a big journey with alopecia. So when I was 8 years old, I was diagnosed with Alopecia Universalis. I began to lose all my hair from my body, my eyebrows, my eyelashes. It stayed like that until I began high school when my hair actually started growing back. Although it was basically completely grown back through high school, I still always had a patch here and there. But then after acting college, during the time of COVID, my hair started falling out again. So I think there was a lot of factors. I think stress is a massive factor when it comes to alopecia, which can be really difficult because I do have an anxiety disorder. So it's like you're naturally stressing. And I know around COVID, everybody was sort of stressing out. I was going through a lot of different things, both in my personal life and in my professional life. And then it started to fall again, unfortunately. And what was more difficult about it falling out this second time was that when I was a child, I never wore wigs or eyebrows or eyelashes. Just through my primary school, I just wore a bandana and that was it. But of course, at this point in my life and being in the acting industry, I didn't want to lose my career. You know, I didn't want to feel like I have to give this up because I have alopecia. And so it was sort of like a desperate struggle to figure out what wigs do I buy? How do I do my makeup? Like, how can I do this? And I had to do a lot of quick research because of course my hair fell out very quickly again. But what I would like to do in this video is give you some tips on the things that I found to help anybody out there who's dealing with this. It can be very upsetting and very difficult, but there are a lot of ways you can go about it that's going to really help you and give you back your confidence. You know, of course, we are beautiful with or without our hair. I think everybody's journey is different. For me personally, I feel my most confident when I can feel like I look like me, which is like now, which is, you know, this is the hair I had when I was a child. And personally, I'm not comfortable. I don't feel confident going out without my wig or anything. And that's okay, you know, I don't feel like just because you have alopecia, you should have to be confident going around with a bald head. You know, some people do it and that's great, but some people don't want to do it and I'm one of them. And I think that's totally fine. I think it's our choice. But yeah, let's get into the video today. Let's talk about wigs. This is something I had to really quickly learn because, as I said, when I was a child, I didn't wear wigs, but this time I wanted to wear wigs. It's reminded me of that meme.
Have you worn wigs?
No, I have not.
Will you wear wigs?
Maybe.
When will you wear wigs?
But yes, I do wear wigs. Now, I wanted to find a wig that was similar to the hair that I did have before it fell out, and this is probably one of the closest. When I was a kid, I actually had a lot more red in my hair, so I'm sort of in the process of finding a more natural hair color for me, but I do really like this one, and this is probably my go-to wig for any acting work I do. I also have a short hair wig, which I love to use for daily activities because it's so much easier. You know, the longer hair wigs take longer to put on and longer to style, but the short hair ones I can almost just throw on and just go, which is great. So of course there's a number of different websites that you can buy wigs from, but I'm gonna list you the ones that I personally go to so far in my journey. It's only probably been around like maybe 2 to 3 years that I've had to start figuring out wigs and everything like that. So of course you have synthetic and you have human hair wigs. I go for human hair wigs because, of course, in my acting and also in my day-to-day life, I have to often style my hair in different ways, and you can do that, of course, normally with human hair wigs. Whereas synthetic wigs, oftentimes you can't really style them, it's just kind of how they are. But of course, synthetic wigs are a lot cheaper. But the human hair wigs I like to get, they have a lace underneath and they have like a natural part like I've got on this one, which is great because it looks natural. Human hair wigs can be very expensive. You have companies like Freedom Couture, which their hair quality is insanely amazing. And one day I aim to save up to get one of those wigs because they are very expensive, but very worth it. I've recently gotten a wig from Milk and Honey, and the wig I got was actually synthetic, but it was really good quality synthetic. Other than that, the other site I currently use is Tenashi Hair, and that one ships internationally. It ships really fast, and they do human hair wig at a cheaper cost, but it's still really decent quality. And this one was actually from Tenashi Hair. And I would also suggest to look into some of the alopecia Instagram bloggers. A few of them actually have their own wig stores tailor-made to women who don't have hair, which I think is really awesome. I'll link some of those Instagrammers in my caption for you to check out. And they also do a lot of tutorials and things like how to do your makeup, how to do your hair, which is really great. I have never gotten so many comments on my eyebrows as I have when I haven't had eyebrows. I literally get so many compliments on my eyebrows now. What I use for my eyebrows, and I'm so grateful to have found this out because I just could not be bothered drawing them on every single day to go to work. What I use are these. These are eyebrow water transfers, and they are the best. Absolutely recommend to get them because they're just so easy. You literally just cut out the eyebrow, you place it where you need it to go, use some water to transfer it to your face and peel it off. It doesn't last for a long time. It lasts for about a day to a couple of days, but it's honestly so worth it when you just can't be bothered drawing it on. I mean, have a look into getting permanent eyebrow tattoos. I personally haven't done that yet, but in the meantime, this is great. And you can find these. So just type in water transfer eyebrows into eBay and you can literally get these for like $5, not even kidding. And they last a long time as well. You can also find these on the websites of the Alopecia Girls who sell their wigs. They also sell eyebrow transfers. And what's good about their websites is you can actually get eyebrows in different shades, which I love. So I have used Zaralina Cosmetics eyebrow transfers. You can get them in like dark brown to black, because in eBay I've noticed they're always just the brown, but they're still good. And you can also get them in different shapes, so just have a look at what shape you kind of want and just go from there. I don't think I was more devastated when my hair fell out for the second time. It was like my second time through it. I'm like, hey, I've done this before. But when my eyelashes fell out, I feel like that was the last straw, because especially for a woman, eyelashes, it's like, I was like, okay, you can take my hair, you can take my eyebrows, but not my eyelashes. And unfortunately, my eyelashes fell out. But thankfully, there are so many fake eyelashes on the market right now. You can find them in your local chemist, you can find them on eBay, you can find them anywhere. There's so many. But the trick to putting these on is actually to put eyelash glue on the lash itself and where you're going to put it on your eye. So put the eyelash glue on your eyelid and on the eyelash and just wait till it dries. And literally, I'm not even kidding, I have walked through really strong wind and it's not come off. It's so strong when you do it that way, and it's the best. There's so many different ones. You can get really natural ones, you can get really overdone ones. The brand I'm thinking of is Ardell. Theirs are very nice, they're very natural, they're very pretty. They're not too expensive either. I remember when I first started wearing wigs and I didn't know about glue, and I was like trying to get it to fit to my head, and I'd be walking, I'd be like, oh my gosh, this feels like it's falling off my head. Thankfully, there are solutions for that. Now, I first started using this got to be glue. I looked up a lot of YouTube tutorials. This is the one I kept seeing. You can also buy this at Big W, at Kmart, in the grocery store. It's almost everywhere now. I found it in Big W, the spray version. I think this is really good to try, especially if you have sensitive skin to begin with, because I have really sensitive skin. So I didn't want to put anything that was too chemicalized on my skin. And this is literally just hairspray. So I started with that, and basically you just spray where your wig is going to be, let it dry a little bit. You can use a blow dryer to get it really tacky, and then pull your wig on, press it down and hold it. Tie a thing around to hold it for a while, and then pretty good. But the thing I did find about this is that it wasn't super strong. Like, it was strong enough to go outside and be in the wind and everything like that. But maybe this is also me just not putting the wig on correctly, but I would find the lace would start to like peel up a little bit. Whereas I recently got this one, Ebin Wonder Lace Bond Glue, to try. And this one is really, really good. I haven't had any issues with it with my sensitive skin, and it's got a really good hold. So it's quite sticky, and literally the lace doesn't even really peel up. And because these are temporary holds, you can take your wig off at the end of the day. It's not going to stay on there for a week or two unless you want it to. But for me at the moment, what works well is being able to take my wig off after every day and just relax a bit. So these options were really good. Those are my wig essential tips. Knowing just these little details and like where to find this stuff is going to really help you at the beginning. Alopecia can be a really stressful thing. I know I definitely have days where I have breakdowns a little bit because I'm like, oh, I literally just want to wake up. I wish I could just throw my hair into a bun and just leave the house, but I have to do a bit of a routine. But thankfully these items make it a lot faster and a lot easier. And the great thing about having alopecia actually is that you can get really good hair all the time. And what I really love is actually being able to style my wig on like a stand before I put it on my head. Like, because I remember when I used to do my hair before and it's like, oh, I'm trying to reach the back and I'm trying to curl it, but now it's right here. I can even do my hair the night before and then just put it on the next day. So yeah, I think it's good to find the positives where you can. This does not have to take over your life. The more you learn, the more you practice, the easier it gets. And it does not have to define you. It does not have to take over your life. Just try to have as much fun with it as you can as well. And yeah. If you'd like me to do a video or tutorial on anything else, just let me know and I'll be happy to do it. Bye.